So, you're the innocent one here, Chucky.
Thank you for listening to Talking to Our Souls, or to put it another way, to Talking Our Souls. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes.
Brownstown, we're with you when you fight. Brownstown, bark with the dogs tonight. Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Mayday! 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 I worked it out. It's the 1st of May today, which means there's so many good things going on in May. We've got erections, we've got coronations, and we've got Eurovisions. So that's all very good. Hello, welcome to Talking to Our Souls on the 1st day of May 2023 with me, Steve Hen, and over there we have...
Oh shit! We won, Mr. Singh.
Bless him, he showed me a video earlier. I don't know whether or not anyone's going to get that out of context, but we can put it into context now.
So is Boris Johnson one of the worst, if not the worst leaders, not just this country, but the modern world has ever seen? Well, joining me now is the author of the book, Johnson at number 10, The Inside Story, Sir Anthony Selden. In the pantheon of prime ministers, has there ever been a worse one than Boris Johnson?
He made Brexit happen. It's highly debatable whether Britain would have voted in favour of Brexit at the referendum, for better or worse. They voted with a majority to come out. He made it happen. And he got Brexit through Parliament, but he didn't have a plan.
Well, this is the extraordinary bit. If I can I just want to read an extract from the book. I mean, this is unbelievable. Johnson, this is the night of the Brexit vote. Johnson was finding it hard to think straight. He'd been up all night watching the television at Islington home. Only towards dawn did he realise Vote Leave would actually win. Oh, bleep, he said. We've got no plan. We haven't thought about it. I didn't think it would happen. Holy crap, what will we do? This is unbelievable. This is the guy who drove Brexit, admitting he didn't think it would happen, and he had no plan. And guess what? It turned out he didn't have a plan.
Well, he didn't have a plan, and part of the reason why there is a cost of living crisis at the moment, and business is finding it hard to secure alternative markets outside the EU, is because not enough work was put in, and frankly, blaming other people, which is what ministers tend to do, isn't good enough. But it wasn't just no plan for Brexit. There wasn't a plan for running the country either.
Yes. So Boris Johnson didn't have a clue.
I think it.
That could have. We could put that in anywhere.
Yeah, he's very good at getting women pregnant, but he's not very good at making plans, is he?
For Nigel. The thing is, though, that doesn't surprise me, because I don't think anyone really in the Conservative Party at that time thought that they would lose that referendum, because they had another referendum years before that about proportional representation, and I think they cleverly made, that's a bad word to say this week, they worked out that if they use the right things to say, then people wouldn't vote for proportional representation, and they didn't. And I think they felt the same with Brexit, that they got enough in their wheelhouse, was it, to make sure that everyone would vote to remain. But they didn't.
It's like a mockumentary, isn't it? When you hear these things, because you fly on the wall. You think, this is a comedy. It's like the Office has came to the Houses of Parliament, wasn't it? And Boris is David Brent.
It is a comedy of errors, always, but it has been a comedy of errors since Cameron resigned. Really, to be fair, Cameron fucked us all over because he was stupid. But at least they were actually had a straight rudder when Cameron was in charge.
I think it would have got worse under Cameron. Yeah, I think definitely. But would it have been probably not as bad as it did go? But it's when thing is the problem I had was like you had the feeling there's no plan, and when Theresa May came in, and everyone was pushing her to say, look, they're voting now quickly. Is it Article 32? Was it Article something like that? Wasn't it Article 32? Put it in. I was thinking at the time, I was thinking, what is the rush to put it through? You got your decision.
Because you had 2 years before they had to put it through.
Yeah. I'm thinking, you set your plans out. That's what I was thinking at the time. But then just put it in, easy. Yeah. It's very quick to say, here you go, fucking bastards, Europe. And then they turned around and said, we're going to fuck you.
But they didn't have to do anything. They hadn't to do anything. They just had to do what they had to do. It was us that made the decision.
No, it was that Michel Barnier. Yeah. He was a bastard negotiator. they got the Rottweiler out.
How can you say, right? If of all, did we have 10 Brexit ministers? Raab was a minister. Davis, was it Davis, the first one?
David Davis.
He had no notes. He went just going along for a jolly. He was used. I think we had use. I don't think Barnier was that good. I just think we were so shit.
No, but all he had to do was say no.
Or no.
No. That's what he said. No. He didn't have to do anything. Just say no. No.
Yeah. Just do what you want to do, mate.
Oh, you English scum. No.
But I was saying, it was like you get a divorce from your wife, and during the divorce you say, can I still have sex with you, though? That's what we were like. We were saying, like, we're going to leave, but can we still have the best bits? But we are leaving. And that's what I always used to say. It was like, when you get a divorce, you don't say, can I come round on a Sunday for extras? Mind you, she said no when we were before Brexit.
I used to work at another company. I remember everyone voted. The room was. I think the vast majority of people in the room voted for Brexit. All right, and I was looking around thinking we were getting European social funding money as well.
Oh no!
Right. Yeah, and I looked around. I said to one of the guys, I says, "We get European social funding for some of the projects we do. You're voting for Brexit?" And didn't have an answer. The problem was people like Boris riled people up. Right? Say, oh, yeah, make your decisions. Get women pregnant. I mean, get out the cock. No. 350 million pounds. Just we get that every week. Back. And then the plan is we leave.
And we get to make our own decisions.
Fuck the fishermen. Fisher them. I wouldn't know fisher women.
That's the thing. I think fisher folk is now a word. Instead of saying fishermen, instead of fishermen and women, fisher folk.
But it's crazy. It's like a cult, isn't it, Boris?
Like, oh no, definitely. People
supported him, and he felt like a cult. That were no, he's right.
They're still there, though. They're still there. Bring him back. They want him back.
Well, I don't think he'll get back now. Thank God.
Be interesting after the elections next week, how bad it becomes. But I don't think I think you're right. I think he's. I think the inquiry that he's just gone through, I think that's probably sealed it that he won't come back.
Well, you know the BBC director has resigned.
Yes, Mr. Sharp, not so sharp.
Yeah, because he was the middleman for Boris, right? I was listening to the news earlier on. They still, after all that, they still don't know. Who provided the money for the loan?
That's scary, isn't it?
That is scary because thinking.
Was it 600,000 or
800 grand?
So there's 3 people involved in this, isn't there? Well, 4. There's Sharp, Johnson, somebody else in the cabinet, and they facilitated a loan and he got £800,000, and nobody knows who off.
Yeah.
That's just bonkers. But it's not if you look at what we've gone through in the last 6 years.
I'm just rattling through my mind, thinking, who
5 years.
Who could it be? Who could it be?
It's got to be a Russian. It's got to be a Russian, isn't it?
I think it could be Rishi.
Yeah, but with Rishi, it would be him and Carrie. We invite him round. You know, he had his flat done, and as soon as Rishi's gone, they're back of the sofa pulling out 50 quid notes because it's all fallen out of his pocket. It's pocket money to Rishi, though, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. I think was it his master plan to get him in trouble. I'll give him the money.
I don't think he's got a master plan.
He's got more of a plan than any of the other ones, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, but you say that, and I say that, and I've said this since he became Prime Minister, that at least it seems to be. Well, I can't even call him a grown up because he's so small. But do you know what I mean? An adult is in the room, but I think he has to keep so many factions of the Conservative Party happy. And he has to give a little bit here and a little bit there. That he is weak. He hasn't got the strength to come out on his own. If he had the strength, he would have sacked Raab and Suella.
He needs to tap in to his Indian side a bit more. You bastard! You're not listening. You're not listening to me, you bastard! You're not listening to me, you bastard!
Can you imagine though, Rishi? I mean, that's a £200 flip flop you've taken off his foot. So, or was it £2,000? How much was his? How much was his flippy flops?
I don't know.
They
you could ask,
a lot of money.
You could ask one of his servants. Give me a fucking shoe, you bastard! Give me a cheap shoe. Take it off.
I don't think you'd ever find Rishi Sunak saying, "Give me a cheap shoe." Oh. I can't see him getting angry though.
I'd love to see him angry.
Yeah, but that's a sexual fantasy that we shouldn't really discuss further.
Yours is it?
Weirdly, out of all of them, weirdly.
Don't hear this.
No, you do. Well, you don't. Out of all of them,
I don't.
Theresa May is probably the one. I don't know. I mean, Liz Truss was quite pretty, but man, could you imagine having a dinner with her? It would just,
with who?
Liz Truss. What would you? I mean, man, you'd be like talking to a scrambled egg. It would no. Whereas at least Theresa May, at the end of the meal, you could run through a field of corn. That's what they say about me.
I wouldn't do anything with any of them.
Okay. What happens if you had to? If you save the human race, you either had to.
Planet's going to die anyway, so.
Do you know there was some right-wing git on the radio the other day saying that everyone's moaning about the planet and that the planet's going to die, and he goes, "Of course the planet's not going to die." And I was saying, no, of course the planet isn't going to die. The planet will survive. The fucking people on it won't survive, but the planet will survive.
The planet will go on. Will there be anything alive on it?
Well, there won't be. I think there'll be like frogs,
plants,
frogs,
other animals, probably bugs,
cockroaches. Yeah, Johnsons. Just wandering around swamps going that's me. I can't do a Boris Johnson. It's the best I could do. Run away, there's a Johnson in the swamp.
Planet of the Johnsons.
That's a good porn film waiting to happen. Do you know what it is? It's time for the Lottery of News, Av. The Lottery of News. Now, here is our selection of topics. So we have, not so cleverly, cheesy Whatsits all over me balls. Do you get that? Okay. Smart motorways. Former mayor of Cincinnati. Exploding cows. Eurovision. See what I did then? Eurovision. So,
Not interested.
let's play the lottery of news. Four. What's that one? That's the former mayor of Cincinnati. Do you know who that was? Did you ever see that opera?
It came on TV. I remember watching it when it first came on.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
I was shocked. I mean, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? And I was shocked when I realised the guy who played
language.
Jerry.
Oh.
Huh?
Sorry, I thought you were going to say about the language. Because I was quite...
Because he's a C-word, didn't they? I think he's a C-word.
Yeah. I think... That's not conservative, people. Although in years to come, I think the conservative will be the worst C word you'll be able to say.
But I think one thing that shocked me the most was the guy who played Jerry. Can't remember his name. He's the guy. He's one of the from Starsky and Hutch. I was like, bloody hell, he's changed.
Oh,
the blonde one.
David Soul.
David
Soul. No, we just played a clip of that, and I didn't even recognise him.
I missed Jerry when it went off TV. I really did.
Did you watch it a lot?
Yeah. I was a teenager at the time, and it used to come in the daytime.
Yeah.
Was it Living TV on the cable channels?
Did it start? Did it start off on that? I thought, was it on ITV and then went to Living?
No. It was on the cable channels first.
Oh wow.
And it was just trash TV. It's just trash, wasn't it? But it was really good trash. I wouldn't say it was a highlight of my day, but I used to.
He was good at. He was really good at it. And he actually said, I heard an interview played out after he died the other day, and he was defending the show in a way which I felt was positive rather than negative, saying that it's for real people, and real people don't get a chance to express themselves on television because it's usually full of middle class people. And I thought, well, there you go.
Well, he's got a point, but he used to be cheeky bugger as well with him. He said, drop his little jokes in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wouldn't work now because
no, it wouldn't, would it?
Because he'd be like, I got something to tell you. And he'd be like, oh my God, what is it? I'm really a man, and I've got a penis.
In years to come, they'd have the show. I did vote Conservative.
Yeah, what was really interesting is that it went on for years, and you saw the standard of people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying the intellectual level of the people. The intellectual level of the people just went like that because it get towards the end, it was like just pure white rednecks.
But did that mean that the intellectual level went down, but the ratings went up? Was that because of that, or just the whole thing was going a bit samey?
I don't know. I think
I only saw bits. I never really saw. I think I may have watched one or two shows.
They had Nazis on there with Ku Klux Klan at the same time, and then I think there was like the other black groups, and it turned into a proper fight.
That's a mixture that you don't see on television these days.
Actually, it become physical. They were fighting, throwing chairs at each other.
That's hilarious. Nazis and Ku Klux Klan on the same TV show.
There's one episode that got banned. I remember they're talking about it because they're interviewing Jerry. I think it was on This Morning. I can't remember the show. And one episode got banned because a man married his horse.
Nay. Because I think in America, you can marry your car. You can marry almost anything in America, and it doesn't mean the same. There's no sort of...
Yeah, but he's having a full-on relationship with the horse. So it was very trashy at times. But that's what made it what it was, isn't it?
No, I think it was certainly a product of its time, and it I was going to say it helped people in an entertainment way. It helped people enjoy their day. There's a thing as well which I've noticed, and this will get me cancelled. Women, right? Women.
Oh, Steve, where are you going with this? Yeah, women, eh?
Women women, I think, and the trans debate. There's a big. But I don't, I think it's because I'm talking to myself. Oh, for fuck's sake. So anyway, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Right. Should we do one more lottery of news? Or what? Six is Eurovision. Eurovision, Av.
Oh, Eurovision.
No, you are.
That piece of shit.
See, now, I am never going to say it's a piece of shit. Do you never sit in and watch it? We used to watch it with my mum, and she used to give us revels and crisps.
I don't remember. When was the last time I watched it? I don't know. I can't remember the last time I watched it.
See, I'm not having a conversation about Eurovision if you are a naysayer.
No, you have to have a balanced view here, Steve. We're not quite the BBC. We're like the...
Well, there's a job going for head of talking to our souls.
I mean, if we were the BBC, it'd be brown
and black.
I mean, you're not black, are you? Brown and white.
Oh, I thought you were doing the initials BBC.
Yeah, BBC would be brown.
Oh, big brown, brown big,
big
brown cunt. Oh, brown big cunt. No, that's worse. I'm big. I'm big.
It sounds like you're saying that to me.
I know. That's what I thought. You need to be a little bit positive about the Eurovision. But if you don't watch it, we don't have to be positive.
I do watch it.
I'm not going to talk to you if you're not camp and you don't have a rainbow flag flying.
I might just dip a few songs here and there, and then I'll just watch the end to see how far England are down the leaderboards.
I know, but I was actually surprised last year because I don't think. I mean, it was a good song. I think it was a good song, but I didn't think it was that good. But the more I hear it now, the more I like it.
But do you know who you have to thank for that, Boris? Because apparently it was down to the fact that we've been supporting the Ukraine so much. Eastern European countries, but kind of, politics shouldn't come into it, but it looked like it did, didn't it?
It looks that way. And I've always said that it's got nothing to do with politics, because I do believe that most of the songs that have got 0 points or down to the low 15s were shit. This country doesn't know how to pick a good Eurovision song. And I do think that Spaceman was a good song, but I think also that you might be right about the Ukraine thing. I've not heard this year's song. I've heard a little snippet of it, and a little snippet I've heard I thought was shit. So we'll see how that goes. Well, this May.
All the songs are shit.
No. Katrina and the Waves was good. Gina G, ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. See, that's what they need.
Steve, you know this country's messed up and doesn't know what it's doing. When they put, is it Humperdinck?
Engelbert Humperdinck?
Yeah. What was that?
There's a rude joke in there somewhere. Lulu, boom, bang, bang.
Well, I'm talking about Humperdinck was on a few years ago, wasn't he?
Oh God, no! The second coming of Humperdinck.
Yeah.
No,
he was embarrassed, wasn't he?
No, well, yeah, that was an embarrassment as well. Total embarrassment. We're gonna have a good Eurovision this time, I feel. Although I don't think our song is good enough. But it'd be nice to have it in this country. Although the trains are on strike, they've announced. So how are you going to get there? All the people coming from Europe that we love. That's why the government don't want it. That's why the government goes, well, you Europeans, you can't use our trains. They're our trains.
I just look at it and thinking the amount of money we've sent to Ukraine, and the thanks we get is did we get the Eurovision over here, right? And how many millions they're spending on it?
They're spending 96 million less than the coronation. I don't know if that's a true figure. I've just made that up. So you're not going to watch the Eurovision? Not you're going to watch the semi-finals, the quarter-finals?
I always watch a little bit of the finals, just to see if there's any weird songs.
Do you know who's presenting it live?
I think I did hear. I can't remember now.
I think I did as well. So I'll say it, and you tell me if you heard the same.
Yeah.
Right? I heard it was Graham Norton, and the girl from the girl from Ted Lasso, the football manager.
Yes. Yes.
I've forgotten her name now.
Because she's a singer, isn't she? She's a singer as well.
Yeah. Do you know? I'm loving her in Ted Lasso though. Recently, I think she's got a lot more depth than I ever gave her credit for. What, he's just dropped something. Av's just dropped something. It actually looked like somebody just pulled a little string on the end of his penis. Did you watch this week's Ted Lasso?
No.
Spoiler alert. I just put that in. I cut that off because I didn't want to do any spoilers for people that were watching or listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show on the 1st of May. May's a busy, busy month, and I do feel May is the time for change. This country's broken. They've broken this country, and whoever comes in is not going to be able to fix it. It's like Stonehenge. That was broken, and nobody managed to fix it. They just made it look pretty. And I feel that's what's going to happen. They're not going to be able to fix us, but they won't let it get any worse. So we'd like a crumbling monolith in the world. That's me doing me Jerry Springer final thought. That was quite good, wasn't it?
I just turned off.
So join us again next week when we talk exclusively from our souls.
Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra!